emotional health to become the last thing on the list for us to deal with. So we talked about from Suresh that we need to keep a good GPA. We need to put our education in the forefront. We need to attend to the things that we've committed to doing. But how do we do that? How are we going to be successful like this plant? Because all in all, our jobs, everything that we're doing is to be something good for this world. If we are not healthy, if we are not strong, how can we move forward? So I want us to talk about some 5 points, ABCs of emotional health, so that you can easily remember these. But I want you to think about a glass of water. If I had a glass of water here, it was half full of water, okay? And you were very thirsty. When you see that water, what would you think? Would you be happy for that water? If you were very thirsty, and I gave you a half a glass of water, maybe you would be so happy to have that water. But somebody could actually say, oh, that's not enough water. That's only half a glass. I need more water. And they see that half of that glass is empty. So our perspective is so important. How do we perceive what we're up against? How do we perceive our education? How do we perceive our challenges? Do we see it as, oh, it is half empty, I am struggling? Or do we see it's half full? I have what I need. I have some water to drink. So we're going to start with the letter A, which is an adventurous spirit. Adventurous spirit. Okay, you might think, what? Emotional health and adventure? Yes, adventure. How do you bring adventure into your studies, into your dream? Adventure means something new, something exciting, but it also means what? You have challenges. You're going to have some different things that happen in your life. You're going to have a twist that you didn't expect. Adventure means you take all of that and you say, yes, I want to go for that. I want that adventure. So if you have that spirit, when you take that class that's so hard that you didn't expect, what happens? You think, there's a twist. This is difficult, but I know where I'm going and I can do this. I can still keep that GPA where I want. I can still go forward. I don't have to see the emptiness of the glass. Okay, so B is balance. How to balance? Balance your social life. Anybody have a social life? Oh, nobody? Okay. Anybody have friends? Oh, good. Okay. Anybody have family that they're trying to talk to and keep in touch with? Okay. So anybody have studies? Of course. So many studies. You've got family, you've got studies, you've got maybe work also. How do you balance all of that? Oh, wait a minute. What about yourself? Did you forget about yourself? Okay. Don't forget about yourself, because yourself is this plant that you don't want it to wither up. If it withers up, what happens? You have to drop out. You cannot go forward. People struggle. So remembering how to balance all of those things. I think the biggest thing about balance is remember you need balance. You don't need to let your scales go way down here. Not for long. Maybe we need to work a lot on a big test or on a big project. But then we need to come back up. And we need to have time to refresh ourselves and to be with our family, talk with them, have fun with our friends, but not stay up all night with our friends the night before the test. You know, we have to balance everything really well. So C is center. Have you ever played a dart game? Anybody know the game of darts? I don't know what you call it exactly, but you throw the dart, and where are you trying to get that dart? Way off over there somewhere? You're trying to get it in the center, right in the center. And that's a little hard. Dart games are hard. But that center is what we're going for. What is our center? What are we really wanting to do? So if we are already committed in a university to carry out a degree, then we need to keep that as a center for us. How are we going to do that? And remember that the other things may not be the most important things for us to do right now. Keep in mind your center and look at yourself. Look deep at yourself. Where are you? How are you? And what are you feeling about what you're doing? And center yourself on the things that really matter and that are most important. And D is determination. Determination with your goals. So goals, we obviously have many goals when we're studying. We need to think of all the things we need to do, and it's difficult to do all of that sometimes. But when you decide, this is really what I want to do, these are my goals, that determination comes and pushes us where we need to go, right? It pushes us and it helps us to keep doing the things that we need to do to reach that goal, to pursue. So I want you to think about, okay, you all stay here? Do you live here in this university, or do you have to commute? Commuters, raise your hand. Anybody? Okay. Who has a long commute home? Let's say 1 hour or more. Anybody? Okay. So if you have to commute for an hour or more, when you leave, do you go out the door and you just look around and decide, okay, whatever bus comes, I'll get on it. Whatever taxi, wherever they want to take me, that's okay? No. You make a determined plan how to get home. The fastest way, I would think. The fastest way to get home. Which bus will take me the fastest way? How do I avoid the traffic? How do I get home so that I can have some good food and enjoy some time at home? So it's really important. You don't just stand around on the road and hope something's going to come your way that's going to work. You have to make those goals. You have to be determined. And you've got that determination to get home. You can do that. Everybody can figure out, how do I get through the traffic, get home in the best way? And if we mess up, ooh, that was not the right way to do it, we figure it out. This is the right way to do it. Okay, E is exercise and eat healthy. So this can easily get pushed to the back when we are studying a lot, because we just don't have a lot of time. So building into our schedule how we can exercise, whether it's just taking the stairs sometimes or walking a little extra, building in that for our bodies to get exercise and get energy. Guess where your mind is going to be the sharpest? Did you know when you exercise, your imagination starts going? I don't know the exact amount, but I'm going to guess like 5 to 10 times higher, because you just start thinking, your brain starts moving, you get endorphins that relax you, you start thinking better. It is worth it to exercise. And just watch, when you start exercising and you start thinking about the things you're doing, you're going to get some ideas. And it's happened to me a lot. I'll just start walking somewhere and I'm like, oh, I thought of this idea, and your brain gets nourished and you become healthier. You're not under stress trying to make a decision or trying to think what you should do. And also eating healthy is so important. Why? Because you nourish your cells of your brain. This is not hard to understand, but your brain has cells. You need to give it food, vitamins, water, nourishment. What happens to those cells? Just like this plant. If you give it the right water, it's going to be green and nice. Same with our brain, our thinking capacity. Of course, our sleep nourishes our brain. So nourishing yourself, not forgetting yourself in that balance is so important, because you matter. You're just not a number. You're not just someone who's got to get the job done and get the school and get the money. You matter. Your leaves matter, because you are important in this world. Okay, and F will be my last point, and that is for fun. I hope all of you know how to have fun at the right time. Having fun also releases in our minds and our bodies a lot of good things that help bring the stress down and help us to be more productive. If we build fun, laughter, lightheartedness, refreshment into our lives. So how do you know you're getting refreshed. You might feel that within you. But also, if you're laughing and you're lighthearted a little bit, that is a great sign that you are getting refreshed. So what are those things that help you? And you may have to really schedule that into your day. Like, I'm going to watch this that's going to make me laugh, or I'm going to make time with this friend and we're going to have a good time. You have to kind of be purposeful when you're studying because there's so much to do. So having fun is also very helpful for your emotional health. So thinking of little seeds that planted, make this plant. It started with a seed, right? A very small seed. That seed sometimes